Hi there, Neil from Richter and welcome to another video. As you can see behind me today, we've got this stunning pure grey T6.1 Kombi in with a full apt kit. It's actually a sales vehicle. We've got a few vehicles coming through now that we didn't, so before the conversion already we had a customer on it. We've then managed to specify it to its exact needs. So in terms of colour combination and equipment, the customers then come in, specified it all the way through, which is a great way of doing it rather than our sort of pre-built Kombis. It just gives an extra sort of personalisation on it. What you'll see on the van is our normal apt kit. So it's got the full apt body kit. It's actually got a nice contrast, bits of pure grey and also some Ferrari red. So the Ferrari red brakes and a couple of other accents in the red, which really pull through. So the grey, black and red is really working. I'm not going to touch on to all of the apt bits because we've done lots of videos on that before, but this has got a number of new features on it, from seats to roof to interior modifications. So what we're going to do on this particular video, we're going to go into the detail on all of the new bits we offer on these Kombis, and we'd love to know what you think in the comments. So the first thing we see as we stand at the side of the vehicle, so the first thing you see, you may even not see this, is it's an ultra special roof on this. So it's actually fitted with a pop top. It's a Horizon pop top, and it's one of the lowest profile roofs, if not the lowest profile roof available for the VW Transporter. Not only that, it works with the ABT T6.1 rear wing, which some certain pop tops don't. In fact, most pop tops don't. The other feature is when it is up, it's one of the highest. In fact, it is the very highest in that position. So it's the lowest when it's down. So it just literally, it's great because it just looks like a dead standard Kombi. I think the roof bars on top even make it more special because as you look at it, compared to some of the sort of bigger roofs, it just looks like a standard Kombi from the outside. When you put it up, you've got the most headroom front and back of any pop top on the market. So let's pop the roof up and take a look at that now. So as you can see there, at the front, it's completely incredible. The height is so much taller than any other pop top we've seen on the market. Also the rear height, it's got this double rear hinge. So yeah, you've got sort of a foot, well over a foot rear clearance, which is different to the other one. So obviously it's got a flexible deck on the inside. When that deck is pushed up, it's just so much headroom. When it's folded down, there's also, it turns into a bed, obviously. We're that impressed that basically the guys over at Horizon approached us. A lot of our customers tend to have the kit converted here, and then they end up going to Horizon for these roofs anyway. So what they've actually done, they've made us appointed dealers for this particular roof system in this area. So the great thing is, what that means, if you spec a Kombi from us, if that's something you like, it can then all be built into the package. We can fit, for example, the Slidepods, which we'll go on to make it into a full camper, I guess. But what that means is we can then add that into the final invoice if you're financing the vehicle, and we can produce a vehicle. It won't be converted here, so we'll ship the van down, transport it down to their headquarters where they chop the roof off, fit this elevating roof, that sort of thing. But what it means, it's going to be added to the invoice. It can be produced as a one-stop shop, including that feature. So the next new feature on this van is power. This van's actually fitted with an eGrille. It works alongside the apt grille. It's actually built into the badge. There's actually a 240 volt campsite power connector behind the front badge. As soon as you press the badge, you can connect the power in. Let's see how this works. So as we move to the back of the vehicle, the first thing you'll see when we open the tailgate is the amazing Slidepod. These are our limited edition colours, and obviously with a pure grey and red van, it's absolutely a perfect combination with this poppy red and grey Slidepod. On the right of that, we've got a 240 volt socket. So there's a double socket in the back, which is linked into that front system. There's also a power socket on the back of the front seat. So as you say, when you hook up on a mains campsite, you can then connect in. You've got 3 sockets in the vehicle. On top of that, we've got a leisure battery system. That's going into upper and lower lights and USB chargers. Also, there's a socket in the back for the Slidepod. So just to complement the whole thing, so we've got battery to battery charging. As you drive along, it will charge up the leisure battery to power the Slidepod. If you're on a campsite, there's also a full battery charger system off of the main, so that would also charge your battery as well. If you wanted to really complement and finish the system, you could then, if you wanted to go off grid, even consider solar on top of this roof. So we've already mentioned this, but I thought we'd actually come around the back and show you. As I say, this vehicle's fitted with the ABT T6.1 rear wing and also a pop top. There's very few pop tops that work with this wing because of the height of it, but as you can see here, the roof is fully up, and again, the height of the rear of this roof is incredible compared to any other pop top on the market. And you can see there clearly the roof and the tailgate spoiler work in combination with each other. Okay, so as we move to the inside of the vehicle, the first thing you'll notice, we've sat back to front. That's because we've retrofitted factory swivel seats. So this is a standard Kombi. We fitted the factory swivels to both front seats. Really nice feature, really nice touch when you're parked up, especially because you've got the upper bed deck. It makes it so much easier when a front seat is swiveled. Both will swivel, of course. It means you can stand on the seat to get in the deck easier. You will have noticed these are not normal seats. So that's another brand new option for us. We've got these amazing super sport seats. We've got the black napper with the red, cherry red stitching. So that's all done in-house here as well. New kit we've managed to source. So super sport seat with a nice bulky backrest, but with a standard base is a really, really comfortable seat, and it really finishes the look of the vehicle. The other thing we've added to this vehicle is van shades. So the 3 windows have got van shades in. We've touched on this before, but it just gives you that extra privacy when it's turned into a camper. Okay, so with this vehicle, it's a hybrid camper, and I think for me personally, it's the ultimate setup. And let's talk about that. One of the most important things when you're camping is the bed. You want a very, very comfortable bed. And with this particular setup, you've got a very big, comfortable upper deck bed and a full width lower deck bed, so it comfortably sleeps 4 adults. When you start looking at a true factory or a true camper conversion with the kitchen in there, you're always compromising that bed. So the lower deck's going to have a 3/4 width bed, so it's a shorter, narrower bed. You've not got the real thick mattress on there. What you're then doing is just trying to accommodate more and more interior storage, which is not always necessary. It's all about storage on a factory camper. The other bit you get on a factory camper is a cooker inside and a fridge. And in reality, are you ever going to be cooking inside a vehicle like this? You're certainly not going to be doing bacon sandwiches and things with this amazing interior. You may boil some water, whatever. But I think ultimately, the slide pod on the back is the best compromise. You've got the full width bed inside. When you've got a nice day, you open the tailgate, you slide the tailgate out, the slide pod out. You've got your full camping facility there. The only thing you're really lacking compared to a factory camper is your fridge. But again, a nice big cool box or a cool box chest can sit. There's plenty of storage in the back. Plug that into the power supply and you've ticked that box. The great advantage of this is it is a normal van because you've got the low profile roof. The slide pod can be removed during winter months, and you've got a full 5-seat traditional Kombi. So if you think 80-85% of the year you're going to be driving around in a normal Kombi van, that's absolutely perfect as well. And for me, that's the real selling point. I do get the full 4-berth out and out campers, but I think for me the flexibility of this system is the ultimate for me, and it's something I would probably choose. You've got, it's very much all of the camping facilities you'd need, but it can equally be turned back into a Kombi quite easily at other times of the year and used as a normal van. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of new products there to go through. Really, really impressed with it. It's all coming together really nicely. Now we can offer this Horizon pop top as part of a package, which is great. When you're purchasing a vehicle, it can all be added in, and it can be a full conversion. It just really adds to our portfolio. It means we can be a one-stop shop for a full conversion, which is really the direction we're trying to take. So we'd love to know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch up in the next video.